information on the lookup table. So take for instance, I want to check the people that were screened for tuberculosis. I want to check them against all the local governments in Nigeria. So just click on local government, put local government, just drag it, drag to your rows, drag local government to the rows. Then come here to look at people that were screened for maybe tuberculosis, then drag that to value. To value because the number of people that were screened are recorded in numbers. So anytime you are doing visualization, always remember that when you are talking about this value segment, it has to do most data sets or variables that are recorded with numbers. On this, let me see if you have done that. All right, I'm waiting. Mr. Benga, are you following? Oh, great. Mr. Francis, thank you. I'm waiting for the others. Dawn, great. I'm waiting for Mr. Eze because you said you were lost. Oh, fantastic. You could not drag and drop it. You should. Oh, great, great. I'm happy. Fantastic. So, Mr. Steven said he can't drag and drop. No, you should be able to drag and drop. Just left click and drag. Left click. Let me drag this state, for instance. Okay, this state, drag to roll. Do you see that? So it will show you details of state. Say for instance, let me expand this so I can see it well from that at that end. Okay, I want us to expand so I can see it well at that end. All right, I am from Osun State. So let me check details from Osun State. You can just, because I've added local government to this role, I can now expand Osun State to look at list of local government under Osun State. Do you get that? Do you get that? So you can now see different local governments. So you can say without wasting time that the number of people that were screened for tuberculosis in, let's say, Irewole local government, let's see, we have 1349. Did you see that? So I want you to be able to, so you play with it, go drag state and local government to your role. And let me remove tuberculosis. Let's add maybe the next one, maybe malaria, the value, and see what happens there. I just want us to understand this phase so that I can rush you through some visuals. We'll be closing this class hopefully by 1:10. We have sincerely spent time, but I just want us to enjoy this process. I can be able to lay your hands and perhaps join our advanced class later on. So are you all here? Are you all at this phase? Have you been able to visualize state to number of people that were screened for malaria? I'm waiting for you, please. I'm waiting for response. Oh, great. Is Mr. Sheyi or is it Mr. or Mrs. Sheyi now? All right, great, Mr. Kinsley. Great, I'm happy, Madam Peace or Mr. Peace. I'm not sure. Thank you very much. Sheyi is fine. Okay. All right, thank you very much. Thank you for following through. I appreciate. Yes, so I've been able to successfully show you one of the visuals. We are going to do so many visuals, but before we go on, you play with that as time goes on. So I want to remove this, and you may not remove it from your own end, but I want to just remove it so I can show you how to create. So I can just create. Let me just show you one more visuals before we go. So you can actually drag them. You can arrange it. You can drag. Yes, you can drag. So let's do some other visuals. Now, you will see what I mean by business intelligence now. You will see, for instance, now that number of people screened for malaria in Bayelsa is 57,947. Number of people screened for malaria in Bayelsa is 57,947. Now, come to your visualization. Click on Q&A. Just double click Q&A. Q&A. Now, let me also remind you of something. I did something intentional. I was expecting people to ask me questions about it. when you want to click the next virtual, please make sure, for instance, while the question is still like this and I click another virtual, it will change it automatically. And you'll be wondering what happened. I've lost my table, I've lost my this, I've lost my that. The reason is because you must click out. Don't cursor is not on this. You click out, make sure it is not highlighted another virtual. Do you get that? Do you get that? I want to, you are there. So click on Q and A, please. No. At what point? Okay, at what point, Mr. Stephen, so I can run you through? Okay, fantastic. Last explanation. Okay, okay, okay. All right. This is what I said. I'm presently on Q and A now. Let's say, for instance, I'm done giving a and I click matrix. Automatically, because I clicked matrix, it will the Q and A that I've already worked on. So to avoid that, because so many people will complain that I've lost my graph, I've lost my funnel, I've lost my histogram, I've lost my pie chart, I've lost my donut chart. To avoid that, you click that this chart is not highlighted. Then you can now click another. You can now click virtual. Do you understand? Else, the moment you keep clicking them, it will keep changing your virtual. Understand now, sir? Yes. Oh, fantastic. I'm happy, Mr. Williams. I'm happy. Great, great. I'm happy. So much. Thank you so much. All right. So let me show you some of intelligence of Power BI. We can ask this question. Please ask any question. Ask Power BI any question as it relates to your data set and the relationship. Let me say how many people happy, number of patients that visited, number of screened for. So number of people that were screened for malaria is 6 million. Let me now put maybe in Abuja or in let me say in, or let's use Ekiti State. Ekiti State. The number of people screened for malaria in Ekiti State is 115,000. Now, are you now seeing why Power BI is what it is? Now, this and many more are things that we can do with our visuals. At the end of this masterclass, I will encourage us to develop beautiful models on our visuals, something that's beautiful. I will teach us how to do something like this, how we can create beautiful dashboard. But I still want us to play around it so you can understand what I'm talking about. And but before, so you can create beautiful interface. So at this point, you don't need, someone does not even need to walk around to start using if statements to look for a particular details in the data set. It's a matter of you just clicking, let's say Kano State, for instance, and you ask question about Kano State. The moment you click Kano State, it brings all the local government under Kano State. So going back to what we have done so far, we have been able to design a good, powerful model. We have been able to clean our data. We designed the model relationship in our model view, and we have been able to show some visuals. So I want us to be able to play with some other type of visuals after the class. But for the purpose of this, we can still do so many other visuals. We can use slicers. For Microsoft user, some might understand the function of slicer. Slicer is just you trying to filter out information using specific period of time. Now, let me show you what I mean now. So I want to be able to use my calendar. I want to use my calendar now. All right. So let's say let's use the table. So click on tables. Great. All right. So click on tables and let's drop information on table. I want to drop information around coming. Okay. Let's list number of, let's drop. Now, it's visited the hospital. Let's drop list of hospital from the hospital table. Just click and drag. Okay, now the reason why that person was unable to click and drag was because it's not expanding the data set and pick. Are you picking for the hospitals or for the doctors? Do you get? So you expand and you'll be able to get the information needed. So coming. All right. So for my table, you can now feed your table with informations. Please feed your table with informations. Let's screen for HIV and which state. Let's choose states and go to your state table. Great. So this is it. Now let me now add Liza. Like I told you, always click when you do a virtual, click out of it. Else, the moment you change, look at this table and look at this question and answer. The number of people screened for HIV in Abia State is 13,257. So let's ask, let's say number screened for HIV in Abia, HIV in, in Abia State. Okay. So back to my report. So I want to use a Q&A. Start all over. So click on Q&A, please. Double. I want how Power BI operates, so you can understand the relationship HIV for HIV in Abia. Fantastic. Okay, did you see that? So it's, you can actually edit this to tell you that don't always round up for me, because this is on default to be. Look at number of people screened for HIV in Abia State is 13,257. But you can actually edit it here. So anytime you are working on a particular visualization and you want to edit how it's displayed, you can come here with this brush tool. You can edit, can change that. Okay, don't always round up to the nearest thousand, always round up to the nearest decimals and all and all and all. So you can do more of that on this format. Are you following? Okay, great. So how does calendar work with hospital record on virtual interface? We'll do that now. Thank you. We'll do that now. All right. So are you following? At this stage, I want to be sure that we are all together. Please, if you are with me, to say I'm following. Fantastic. Mr. Francis, thank you. Sheyi, thank you. Mr. Peace, thank you so much for following. All right. I want us to all this and show you what else you can do, what view to make it something very beautiful later on. So before I forget, now you BI desktop, my name is appearing here. Is your name also appearing at this part? Is your name appearing here? Yes or no? I want to see response. Yes, it is appearing. Okay, Mr. The reason why it is appearing is because you have already opened accounts. So, which, okay, great. For people, you will not be able to publish. But for the purpose of this, publish this. What for people that have that means you have a registered Microsoft account. For people after now, it's not a big deal. Just go to power.com to register your Power BI. So you can your your report to the world that anybody can just see your report relationship to say, okay, nobody can just see it and not edit it. This masterclass. Power BI is an organ. So, but let me not be distracted. These are some of the things you can do. Power BI. We want to create a dashboard because we must close this class very soon. So in the next 15 minutes, we are rounding up. And in creating dashboard, you can do just come to you see so many tools for people that are here. This is a good opportunity for you to explore. You can add an image. Let me add an image. Okay. Fire work to show us beauty. So many things we can BI, but I'm glad that is end of this class able to work based Power BI. Okay, I want to create a dashboard. Go I want to make it so beautiful. I also ask the tech. So please, I don't expect you. I'm just trying to show you great things that you can do with Power BI, so that when doing your reporting, you will report in a beautiful way that is appealing. Let's say edge record. Let's give edge record. So you can do. I want to show you some of the beautiful things in the value of with Power BI. All right. We want to just create. We can actually make this colorful. Like I said, anytime you click on any visualization tool, you can come to this part to give it a format. I've just locked this as the title here, and you can decide to add. You can do a whole lot. You can add shapes and make it colorful. You can add shape, make it colorful, and then begin to add your visualization. I'm just looking at a whole lot of things that we can do in 15 minutes. All right, coming. Okay. Okay, now at this point now we can now decide to maybe add visuals. So someone asked me a question, how can we use the date? Let me show you what you can do with date now. Calendar. choose the calendar, add let's record. Let's add dates to the feed. Okay, great. I'm not going to do this. I want to show us how slider operates. So this is sliders. We have different tools. Okay, so let's go to these. All right. So I added dates to the value, and I want to just put maybe let's say number of count of date and number of no. I'm just trying to show you stuff that we can do. So with this gauge tool, for instance, you can tell Power BI that okay, anything that you can create a minimum value for it, can create a maximum value to say anything above so value is low, and it will pop out to tell you that it is low. Anything above this is high. You can even add map. Say for instance, you want to create. I'm just showing a bit of a lot of things that we can do. Say for instance, I want to show this data to my investors, and I want data to appear in form of a map. So I can just click on this map, and let's say put states, and let's say on location. Let's see. Now, the moment I drag state to this location, it will import map, but you must be connected to the internet, of course. You must be connected to the internet to do this. It imports the map of Nigeria, and it is showing you clearly these are the states that we have worked on. We can even add this to say, okay, let me see if I can add. I'm coming. What people's point? I want to see if it will show the number of people screened for HIV in this same map. So it is a whole lot. You just you need to take time and quality practice to be able to say to be able to say directly that yes, I can